So in this video we're going to talk about adding polynomials. So when we're adding polynomials, there's a couple things we need to worry about. First four main things is we're going to remove all brackets when possible. You should reorder all the groups into like terms, and remember like terms are the same variables with the same exponent. We're going to add all those like terms, and then we're going to rewrite the final answer in standard form. Remember, standard form has the highest degree first and then alphabetical. So here's some examples. X plus 4 plus 2x plus 8. First thing is get rid of the brackets. Now to get rid of the brackets, what we're really doing is we're taking the sign that's in front of the bracket and we're going to distribute it in. So in this situation it's a positive, so nothing really changes. A positive and a positive x is a positive x. A positive and a plus 4 is a plus 4, so those brackets are gone. We have a plus and a positive 2, which is a positive 2x, and a plus and a plus, sorry, a positive and a positive is a positive 8. This doesn't really apply too much for addition, but it does come into effect when we do subtraction. So we always do the same rules, so we do the same procedures once, learn them once properly, and we don't have to worry about is this a certain type of, if we do it always the same, this is a lot easier. So now we got rid of the brackets. Now we're going to reorder them. All the x's are going to go together. So x to the power of 1, x to the power of 1, those are like terms. These are constants and they're like terms. So now we're going to add the like terms. So x plus 2x is 3x's. Positive 4 plus 8 is plus 12. And now I'll make sure it's in standard form. 3x to the power of 1. And then this is x to the power of 0, so this has a degree of 0. This is in standard form, and that's your final answer. Let's look at another one. Again, distribute the positive that's in front and get rid of the brackets like we did here. We'll distribute this positive and a positive, give you a positive 2x squared, and a positive is a positive 3. Got rid of the brackets. We're going to reorder it. And again, you don't have to do this step. This is not necessary. Just sometimes it helps to see when all the terms are in order. It kind of helps to see what you're doing. So we have x squares and x squares, constants and constants. Collect your like terms, add them together. You have 1x squared here plus 2x squared, so it means you have 3x squares. 2 plus 3 is 5. This is in standard form because the x squared goes before 5 to the power of x. There's nothing there, or this has a degree of 0 on it. So what I meant to say, this is 5x to the power of 0, but they don't show that. And again, we'll talk more about that when we do our exponent laws. So again, that's standard form. And then we look at a more complicated one, but don't get overwhelmed with the complicated ones. Just do what you're supposed to do. So remove the brackets. We did that here. So this is a positive and a positive is a positive 7. A positive and a negative 2 is a negative 2. A positive and a positive 5 is a positive 5. And then here, a positive and a negative is a negative 3x cubed. A positive and a positive is a positive 6x squared. A positive and a negative is a negative 2x. A positive and a positive is a positive 4x cubed. A positive and a negative is a negative. And a positive and a negative is a negative. So be really careful with those signs. It does matter quite a bit. Most grade 9s will get that wrong. That's where they're going to find their biggest mistake, is when they're getting rid of the brackets. They do the rest of the question right, but then they get rid of the brackets incorrectly, and they have the wrong sign, which changes the entire question. So be cautious of that. Again, with this situation here, now it gets kind of confusing. Up here was pretty easy just to add normally, but now it might be a good idea to reorder them. So we're going to put them in order. So we have 7x cubed minus, so down here, 7x cubed minus 3x cubed plus 4x cubed. All the x cubes are together. All the x squares are together. And all the x's are together. So now we add the like terms. Like terms are x cubed, or the same as x cubed, which are the same as x cubed. X cubes are not the same as x squares. They are not the same. They are different. Make sure you do not add these two together. You only add x cubes with x cubes, x squares with x squares, and x's with x's. So now we're here, so we'll go 7 take away 3, which is 4. 4 plus 4 is 8x cubed. Negative 2, so be careful because a lot of people will start with just the 2, but this is the negative 2. So negative 2 plus 6 is positive 4. And positive 4 take away 7 is a negative 3. So this gives you negative 3x squared plus 5 plus 2, or sorry, 5 take away 2 is positive 3. Positive 3 take away 2 more is a positive 1x. Now, I don't really show the 1 on those ones. So again, this has a lot of negative signs. And on all the negative signs, don't make the mistake of saying 7 plus, well, in that situation that wouldn't work. Don't make the mistake of, in this situation, going negative 2 and just saying it's 2 plus 6, which is 8. This is a negative 2, and you've got to be really cautious with your negative signs. That's where a lot of people make their mistakes, are with those positive and negative signs. Now we can do this with algebra tiles if we need to. 3x squared, now the x squares are the ones that make the squares. So we have 1, 2, 3 of them, minus 2x, and now we're going to add negative 2x squared, so 1x squared, 2x squared, and negative 5x. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The zero model cancels that out. The zero model cancels these two out, and I'm left with just 1 left over. So that's an x squared. It's colored in, so it's a positive x squared. There's no zero model here. There's no cancellation needed, and these are all negatives. So we're left with 7 x's. So I'm left with positive x squared minus 7x. Positive x squared minus 7x. Now there's another way of doing this. You can add polynomials vertically. What we've been doing is horizontally, but you can actually set it up vertically such as this, so you line them up like you would a decimal almost. You'd line the decimal place up, but here we're lining up the terms. So we have 3x squared plus 2x minus 4 plus negative 2x squared plus 5x minus 3, again lined up, and I just go 3x squared plus a negative 2x is x squared, 2x plus 5x is positive 7x, and negative 4 plus negative 3 is negative 7. You'd get the exact same answer if you did it horizontally like we did in the last slide, or if you did it vertically this way. Personally, some people like it this way. I sometimes find it easier to run that way, but again, it's your personal preference. Whatever works for you is great. So let's try another one. 7s minus 14, 7s minus 14, and then we have a negative 6s squared plus 1s minus 6, and the way it's lined up is, again, it's like decimals. You're lining up the like terms so that when you're adding, you can just go straight down. So you go 14 plus a negative 6, which is a plus 8, 7 plus 1, which is a positive 8s, and then there's nothing here to add, nothing here to cancel, so you just drop it down and you're left with negative 6s squared. Again, you always check your answers. Is this in standard form? The highest degree is first, yes, and it's in alphabetical order, but the highest degree comes first. Again, I look here, highest degree is first, so if the highest degree is first, and afterwards, if it's in alphabetical order, then you have standard form, and every question must be written in standard form all the time.